It's the home of the Clippers here in Los Angeles as 2K Sports presents our action live from the Staples Center. We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Today's game continues this Los Angeles Clippers homestand.
Yeah, and these fans could not be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has kind of captured the entire public's imagination, and the level of enthusiasm, man, is off the chart.
And the rejection by Zubac. Screen by Zubac. Outside for Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Takes a step back. Shot clock at 6. And George gets it to go. Should be a very tactical game tonight. Both teams, Greg, relying on execution in the half court.
Yeah, and that requires ball movement, player movement. You can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Count that bucket.
You have got to have the right focus and the right reads in the pick and roll. And Paul George making all the right decisions right now, slicing up the defense.
Driving in. Zubac. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Clippers on defense. Paul George missing from long range. And George gets the whistle.
That's his first personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Tries again. George missing again.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
It's tipped and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. George with the ball. George picks him up. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
Three-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Clippers trail. 1:51 left here in the first quarter. Covington wide open. He fires. And that one is good from Hartenstein.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
George, that's a two-pointer. Nails the wide-open jump shot. George has got 9.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Paul George with the steal. Knocked loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. George looking around. Inside. Here's Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Robert Covington.
When I think of Ivica Zubac, I think about solid big man who is still young and developing. It's really a matter of him gaining confidence. At this point.
And so he hits both. The goal for Zubac is to be a starter in the league.
You know, this guy has started games in the past. He's also played well off the bench. And listen, he's not going to be a guy who shoots with range. But given everything else you need from a center, he can deliver. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Coffey. Here's Mann. Covington with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Takes it inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Good on the triple. 12 points for him.
Well, this is a problem for the defense right now because you've allowed Paul George to get comfortable. And when he's comfortable, he's unguardable.
Here's Mann. Kennard for 3.
Luke Kennard.
And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Zubac. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him.
Onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit. All right.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
Outside for Jackson. Back to George. Paul George with the steal. For the finish. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, the length of Paul George, creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac.
Batum with the steal. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. To the inside. The tray. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's George. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Outside Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. And Doris, we have a playoff atmosphere here tonight. These teams are maneuvering for playoff position.
You know what, Kevin? You get the sense that both teams understand there's a lot at stake here tonight. This is anything but another game on the schedule.
To the middle. Here's George. Launches a three. The Clippers grab the miss. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Buries it from three-point range. He has 5.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. But they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. The 3. Can't hit that one.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit. Fans, your Clippers Spirit. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers.
Isaiah Hartenstein, Amir Coffey,
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
that's his first.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
On defense, the Clippers. Pass to Hartenstein. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And George, here we go. Basket good.
Two-pointer.
George has got 14.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Now Kennard. He has 6. Pulls up on the wing. And no good.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Here's Hartenstein. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. There's the triple. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Three-pointer.
Well, this is how Luke Kennard made his way to the NBA. The knockdown 3. Good night.
And a deep 3 from George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Clippers trail by 10. To the paint. Here's Zubac. No good with the fallback jumper. Down low. Back to Kennard. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. It's George on the wing. Zubac trying to break loose. It's George on the wing. Fires the 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so here are the Clippers. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Here's George. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. George has got 16 points.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it fly whenever he gets free from that spot.
Outside for Batum. Spins. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Clippers substitution, Robert Covington.
George looking around. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Paul George has excellent instincts in the paint. This guy has the size, the touch, complete offensive player.
Oh, he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
We all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
And it's George missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Trying to find Covington, gets it to him. And it's Hood in the corner. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. Fires top of the key. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
George double teamed. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Rodney Hood.
That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Screen by Zubac. Tries it from the top of the key. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
It's tipped, and he gets it back. To end the drought, George missing again.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Clippers trail by 5. And a guy like Nick Batum, all but written off, He went through a rebirth after joining the successful Clippers.
Right, you think about Nick Batum, he had to deal with so many injuries. You forget how complete a player he is when healthy. He showed just how important he can be for an elite team. Well, you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
Clock at 6. Fires the 3. That one no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
There's Jackson with the 3.
Reggie Jackson.
Drills it from outside.
Three-point basket.
And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead. To the paint. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Back to George. Pass to Hartenstein. George double teamed. And here's Covington from the arc. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the inside. Paul George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
You gotta love the penetration by Paul George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Looking to end the run. No good there.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around.
For your Clippers spirit. Come on, fans.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So it's the Clippers now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Batum. A 3-ball. Hits it from three-point range. Batum's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
On the wing, Batum. Deflects the pass. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Wasted no time on that one. And the Clippers lead by 21. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And here's Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And George, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And it's the Clippers with the ball. They lead by 17. Here's Mann. A 3-pointer, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
High post, Zubac. Inside. And Coffey gets it to go.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. 22nd minute off the clock now in the fourth. They set the pick. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George's ability to put the ball on the floor and drive it balances out his shooting. So important to have both.
To the middle. Here's Coffey. And it's blocked. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
Great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Right wing. Pass to man. Just 5 on the clock. Here he goes. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And they get it back.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now here's Zubac. Second shot opportunity. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Clippers lead by 15. And here's George for 3. The Clippers keep it alive to the right side. Left side, Covington. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Mann. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Shoots the 3. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
Now the Clippers with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Going inside.
Paul George.
It's good.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for: consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Drives to the hoop.
Paul George.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, they've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opponent.